to set a foundation here, and I'd like you to keep this foundation throughout this whole 3 days. And then you take it beyond that into your daily practices. Okay? So, first of all, it's very important for abdominal breathing, deep breathing. How many of you practice abdominal breathing already? Very important to practice abdominal breathing, right? If we all take a deep inhale now, take a deep inhale. And slow exhale. Okay, not quite as deep as we would like. Okay, let's do this. Follow my breath. Okay, breathe with me. Ready? Take a inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back. Open your eyes. I've seen some was still inhale, exhale. Inhale should not look like this. Exhale should not look like this. This is what kids learn at school. But then we get taught the wrong way. If you look at, this is chest breathing. If you are doing this way, then that's chest breathing. We want full abdominal breathing all the way down here. How many of you observed a baby breathe before? Anybody observed a baby breathe before? What happens? What happens? What do you see? Stomach goes this way. You know, originally as nature, we knew how to do everything. Then we get conditioned at school. Breathe in, breathe out. We learn inhale, exhale, just short breath. And breath is the foundation to calming mind. Breath is the main dial, the main dimmer switch to calm mind. So we're going to share a few things here. First of all, abdominal breathing, deep abdominal breathing. How many of you struggle to breathe with that depth right now? How many of you struggle to breathe with that depth? Okay, so how do you increase? Very simple. Practice, that's all. Practice. Breathe all the way. So this should inflate. When we inhale, this should inflate. When we exhale, this should deflate. All the way. There's always a few more at the end. If you try right now, you'll find there's a few more. If I say inhale fully, once you've inhaled fully, you'll find there's a few more. You can draw a few more times. Did anybody feel that? Same with the exhale. Try the exhale. Exhale fully. There's a few more. Did anybody feel that? When you're doing the breath work, try to get the extra part in there. Because when you do that extra part is where the bliss, the peace is where the dial starts coming down very quickly. Is where the dial starts coming down very quickly. Okay, now the first thing will be to do with breath. Everybody write down, breath is life. Okay, breath is life. Breath is life. And this is not just saying your physical life. Physical life is one thing. You know, if we look at breathing, why is breathing is everything? How many of you ever shift into low vibrational frequencies, even for a split moment, split second, split minute, something like that? You ever feel any jealousy, hate, anger, frustration, impatience? You ever shift into any of those, right? You shift into that. So when you shift into that, next time, all you need to do, because you don't want to be at that vibration. The moment you're at that vibration, and by the way, I want to correct one thing as well. Some people, they say, you can only manifest things when you're in high vibrational frequency, meaning you're in love and joy and peace. It's not true. You manifest at every vibrational frequency. I want you to understand that. That's why when you hate, you anger, you whatever, you manifest that too. But you don't want to manifest that. You want to manifest the positive things in life. So how do you remove that? Instantly, breath, nothing else. You try it. Next time, you're really angry, upset, because you start manifesting all that clutter. Next time you feel that upset, that frustration, all you do, take an inhale, deep inhale now. Slow exhale. Slow, must be a slow breath. You'll realize after one breath, you cannot be equally as angry or upset. Do it 2 breaths, it will calm it down some more. The dial starts moving. Do 3 breaths, it starts moving. 4 breaths, starts moving. You do 2 minutes, 5 minutes of it, you stand no chance. You try to be, yeah, but I'm still angry. No, you're not. Some people, they just want to be angry, but they're not angry. How many of you know some people like that? They want to be angry. Even when some things are funny, they still pretend to be angry because they need to make their point, right? So after breath, you will not be in those low vibrational frequencies. It's life. You get more life in this physical reality. You get more life the more you understand breath. How many of you would like to get more of life? Raise your hand nice and high. Okay. Some of you don't raise your hand. What do you want to do? Take a knife and go for it now. What do you want to do? Right? You want more of life. So if you want more of life, it's very simple. We only need to, I always say nature is our best indication to how everything is. You see, humans breathe 30 to 40 times per minute. Do you know what a human life expectancy is? What's human's life expectancy? Roughly? How many years? 80, 70, 80? 70, 80s, right? 70, 80 is human expectancy. A lot of people writing 100. This is what you hope for. It's very good. Right? So 70, 80 is probably life expectancy, average. Okay? But you're not average. Everybody put your hand to your heart, say, I'm not average. You're not average. So all of you will live 1,000 years. We aim 1,000 years. So how do we change it? Breath. Nature is our best indication. Humans breathe 30 to 40 times per minute. Their life expectancy average is 70, 80 years. Do you know dogs breathe 80 to 90 times per minute? Dogs breathe 80 to 90 times per minute. What's dogs' life expectancy? What's dogs' life expectancy? 15 years, 13 years, 12 years, maybe? 25 years. What's that? That's a dinosaur, a dragon or something. What's that? It's a dragon, right? 13 years, something like that. 12, 13, 14, 15 years, right? Dog life expectancy. They breathe short breath, 80 to 90 times per minute. Short breath, short life. Write that down. Short breath, short life. Long breath, long life. Turtles breathe 1 to 3 times per minute. Do you know that? 1 to 3 times per minute. What's the life expectancy? Right? Hundreds of years. Short breath, short life. Everything corresponds, by the way. Let me ask you a question. When you're stressed, you're frustrated, you're angry, is that short breath or long breath? Short breath, right? Why do they say stress can kill you? That's why. Stress can not just kill you, stress also manifests stress. So very simple. First dimmer switch we are learning today, breath. That's all. Deep inhale, slow exhale. That's all. Nothing else. We will do different breath work techniques and things like that when it comes to the manifestation portals we'll be doing. Okay. So number one is breath. Number two, eyes. If you want to stop manifesting all of the things that you don't want, and you want to know how to use another dimmer switch to calm your mind, be conscious of eyes. Why? Because eyes is most receptive to energy. If you write this down, eyes is most receptive to energy. And what does this mean? Understand most of the clutter inside your head and the chaos and the things that you manifest will be consumed through eyes. I'll give you an example, okay? If I said to you, you're using ears to hear this right now. If I said to you, somebody died, okay? Now you hear it. When you heard me say somebody died, is your brain thinking, yes or no? How many of you, your brains are thinking, right? Those of you who don't raise your hands, you lie about other things too, right? Your brain is thinking, yeah? Your brain is thinking. It's thinking, who died? Why did he say that? Oh my God, why is this such a negative? Why did he just, so it's thinking. But the clutter is considerably small in comparison to if we put on screen right now, somebody dying here. How many of you think that there will be more chaos inside your brain if you were watching it? Right? There will be so much more chaos. What does this prove? Very simple. Even we hear does not create so much distraction inside here. When we see, the way it receives the information is 100 times, 1,000 times bigger. Does this make sense? Now, so why do we close our eyes through meditation? Very simple. It's because otherwise mind will be too cluttered. We will see things, we will think. When we see, it triggers thought and dialogue. You see? So that's why when we close our eyes, it helps calm the mind. So imagine the first dimmer switch is breath. The second dimmer switch is eyes. By closing eyes, instantly comes down. Are you guessing what I'm saying? We try right now. Everybody, close, sit up nice and straight. Eyes are closed. Take a slow, deep inhale. And a slow exhale. Now we're moving to the third part, because keep your eyes closed. Your eyes are closed. Your eyes are closed. You keep the slow, deep inhale, slow exhale. Keep going. Very slow. Now the final part, I'd like you to focus on the sound of the breath. Focus intensely. Listen to the sound of the breath, nothing else. Listen to the sound of the breath. Even follow the feeling of the breath. Follow the feeling of the breath as it moves through your nose, into your lungs, and follow it as it slowly transitions out. Just do a few breaths together. Focus entirely on the breath, no other thoughts. Listen to the sound of the breath. Follow the breath. And also add a visual now. Visualize the breath coming in as a white light. Follow it all the way down to the abdominal and exhale, move. Follow that breath, the unwanted energies, follow it out. Just a couple more breaths. Remember to breathe all the way to the end of the breath, the last push it out. And just relax your breath, but keep your eyes closed right now. How many of you notice that you hear more in this moment? How many of you notice that you sense more around you in this moment? You feel more, you hear more. You hear more sounds in your room also. Okay, slowly come back, open your eyes. How many of you could feel there was a difference? What does this mean? When mind calms. Yes, Reem? When mind calms, right? Then your sensories heighten. The more calm the mind becomes, the longer duration we do this practice for, the more calm it becomes, the more your senses heighten. Senses beyond this room. Intuition, collective, downloads, channeling, flow state. But right now, we didn't tap that far because right now we only did for 30 seconds. So right now, you only get the sensories around your perimeter. You feel more, you hear more. Mind is more calm. Now, so number 1, breath. Number 2, eyes. Number 3, Number 3 is what you hear. So notice we shifted our focus to our breath only. That way, we isolate everything else for some time. So, because what you hear also stimulates thought, all your sensories. Notice I also said your visual. So your visualization, how you visualize. And then I also said how you feel. I said feel the energies and move with the energies, because you are isolating your feeling, your visual, all your sensories, you are isolating and channelizing towards one thing, one point. And so when that happens, you have nothing else to think about, and therefore there will be no dialogue in your head. Are you guys catching what I'm saying here? So these are the initial dimmer switches. On day 3, we will be working on a much more powerful dimmer switch, which is our whole entire body. This is the whole minor and major chakra system. But for now, this is all we require. What does this mean? If I speak and I speak and I speak and I speak and I keep speaking about loads of different things at the same time, and I keep speaking and I keep speaking, and I don't even breathe, and I keep speaking and I keep speaking about this, then I speak about A and then B and then C and then D and then E, and then say this happens, that happens, the other rest happens. Some of you may be holding your breath too. Right, Gail? How many of you found that you were finding it hard to breathe also? Why? When information comes at you, it is consuming. So I'd like you to do a different practice right now, because this is not a morning practice. You will be doing yourself and your manifestation a disservice if you just do this as a morning practice. Why? Because you are absorbing every moment of every day. You are manifesting every moment of every day. What does this mean? Let's do an exercise here. I'm not going to allow you to breathe, but I want you to breathe. You ready? I want you to find your peace. So if I talk about everything very quickly right now, even if I could talk about A, I talk about B, I talk about C, and I say that these things all combine, and even if you had a lot of chaos in your life, then you can't actually deal with it if all of the things are in place. So it's very important to know how to deal with all of this through different breath work. And if different breath work didn't even work for you, you also need to know how to manage your state, even while there's a lot of information, because today we live in an information age. There's social media going on, there's TV media, there's everything going on at the same time with people telling you to do different tasks and giving you their opinion just based on their opinion. It's not necessarily who you are, but that's what they believe that you should be. But don't let other people's opinion and their judgment make you and determine your reality, because you shouldn't allow that to happen at all. How many of you were able to find your peace? That's good. You're doing well. You need to understand, I deal with thousands of people every single day. There's a lot of people. There's 2.5 million following online. There's at least, I don't know how many, 100,000 messages every single day. And then dealing with so many faces every single day, so much information I'm seeing, I'm hearing, and everything's happening at the same time. How can I will lose my clarity if I didn't know how to protect. Also on day 3, remind me, put a reminder, because I may forget this one. Remind me on day 3 to give you a protection shield. How many of you think that would be useful if I give you a protection shield to shield from negative energies and all this clutter, right? That will help protect your energies, protect your aura. Okay, so I'll give that on day 3. So for now, I want you to do this. I want you to bring your consciousness here now in every moment. Then you will be able to absorb all the information and all the knowledge. You also will not be overwhelmed by everything. When you feel I'm speaking and yet at the same time you need to calm your state, you find your own state. Close your eyes whenever you wish, breathe whenever you wish, deep breathing. And then when that's done, come back and absorb again. You will get the most out of these 3 days if you can keep that state of presence of mind.